Good morning, brothers. My name is Michael. I'm a shepherd in the great London church. So, about a month ago, my wife told me, honey, you were on the program for the EMC. I said, oh, great, okay. So a few hours later, I looked at what my charge was going to be, and it was overcoming the fear of man. I was like, gee, why did I have to speak about this? Couldn't it be something like what it feels like to be the tallest member in your church, or how hair loss helps you to rely more on God? But I knew why I was giving this charge, because this has been my challenge for all of my life. I just never realized it, because when when you've been a certain way, you think everyone is kind of like that. I don't know if you can relate. And it was really coming to London that I started realizing that this was a major weakness in my character. So I want us to go to Exodus chapter 32. Turn there, and the thing is that the fear of men, right? You may be wired like that. It may have to do with experiences that you've been through. But understanding yourself is really not going to change you. Understanding yourself is not going to change you. So Exodus chapter 32, Aaron, because he has the fear of men, he decides, okay, I'm going to help these guys construct this calf. And in verse 5 it says, when Aaron saw this, he built an altar in front of the calf and announced, tomorrow there will be a festival to the Lord. So after making the calf, Aaron was like, this probably was not a very good idea. So let's make an altar here. And then we're going to have a celebration to the Lord. But that's really the case when you are having to deal with the fear of men. You're always fighting with your conscience and trying to set things straight your own way, rather than just doing it God's way. Now, I'm a guy, I love to go to the gym. Yesterday, Ola came up to me and said, bro, he went like this. He said, boy, you're scary. Look at your arms. There was a time in my life when I used to box, but I'm going to tell you a little secret, okay? The secret is that in spite of my size, I'm actually one of the sensitive types. Now, if you tell anyone outside of there, I'm going to deny it, even though it's recorded already. But I'm really one of the sensitive types. And I had to just come to accept, hey, I'm a sensitive type. From all my life, I have been a bag full of anxiety and the fear of men. And I'm a big bag. Same category as Corey right here. That's been all of my life. Anxiety, weirdness, all kinds of things. But I want to give you two practicals that have really helped me to make great improvement in this area. A few years ago at the GLC in LA, Tim was preaching, and he asked us, do you believe that you are chosen? And everyone's hand went up, and having the fear of men, guess whose hand was also going up? My hand. But halfway up, I was like, do I really believe I'm chosen? So I don't believe so. And I lowered my hand. And there was maybe one other person in the crowd that didn't raise their hand either. And I got open about it afterwards. See, you got to really believe and understand and have conviction that you are chosen. God has a purpose for you, because that gives you confidence. It gives you conviction. It gives you a drive to keep going. Number two, you got to understand, if you look at an athlete, he's not defined by how tired he feels. He's defined by what he does. Number two, you got to understand, it's not about how you feel, it's about what you do. Every single GMC, EMC, whatever we used to have in the old movement and this movement, I always felt super anxious before going there. This is the first conference I felt free. The first conference. Feels great. But you know what? You got to be willing to pay the price. You got to go through it. You have to, God puts you in places. Don't ask God, get me out of here. Ask God, what do I have to learn? Go through it and overcome.